My name is Eileen Blodgett, and I'm an artist teacher. Sometimes I call myself a teaching artist. I spend about 40% of my time teaching art to children and adults, and 60% painting for myself. I think it's a good balance because also it gives me ideas when I need to teach other people. I need to understand what I'm doing, so it's a really good balance for me. So I love being a teaching artist. I was born in Pennsylvania, went to school there. When I graduated, came to California, and never went back. Of course, I visited my family, but I really love being in California. So I spent time in San Francisco, got married, had babies, and we moved to the foothills. So that's kind of how I progressed to being in Nevada County, which I was looking for a way to get here since 1982 when I first swam in the Yuba River. So it's all good now. Probably before I really realized it myself, I was the kind of kid that would get sent to bed at night, and that was the time I pulled everything out from underneath my bed. Crayons, paper, scissors, glue, and just started making things. So I think I discovered that I was a maker early on, but I didn't realize it until I grew up that I always liked to be making things. When I graduated from high school, I thought about what do I want to do for a job, and I thought I wouldn't mind being an art teacher. Sounded fun and easy. So that's when I started my education. So I got a degree in art ed, got finished with school, and I moved from Pennsylvania to California. And of course they weren't hiring any art teachers. So I started working in other jobs. Other education jobs, but I kept going to school and painting. So I kept taking graduate art classes and kept my passion alive that way, even though I had to work other jobs. Oh, and then I got to Nevada County in the year 2000, so I've been here almost 20 years. So over the years I've changed a little bit. When I was in college, I was painting more realistically and copying masters, learning to see what style was my own. And then as I was kind of a follower of Georgia O'Keeffe in my younger years, right? So I really enjoyed painting small things really big. And then I would say I'm making changes. About every 10 years I shift into a new style of working. And right now I'm working toward more abstract painting, which is very exciting for me. How do I begin? I begin with an idea. The piece that I'm going to paint today is a piece inspired from nature, but I don't really know where it's going. I know where I begin, but I'm not sure where it's going to end. And I look forward to more of that sort of painting where I'm not sure of the outcome. I think I got a lot of encouragement. I entered an art show in my community after I graduated from college, and it was an outdoor art show, and it was my first one, and I painted some very huge flowers and cabbages, and kind of inspired by Georgia O'Keeffe. And the juror of that show was someone that worked for the Philadelphia Museum of Art, and I won first prize. So that was like, wow, So I don't enter a lot of competitions, but that was really encouraging to me. I believe that young people should have opportunities in the arts, whether it's in school or outside of school. But I think it's important to have it a piece of our curriculum because for just thinking about myself, if I had not had art classes when I was a student, I would have been totally lost. I'm one of the math students that was the last to memorize my timetables, and things weren't easy for me in the math and science realm. So I was happy every time I had art class. I felt like a human being, like oh, I belong here, I can succeed here. So personally, I'm glad that I was able to have that. And also I think when students are involved in the arts, music, visual arts, drama, I think they connect more with the world in general. It's out of the book and into creating and learning about other people who have been creating, and it's something that unites all human beings. While we don't all get excited about knowing our times tables, it takes creative people, sometimes very creative people, to solve the problems we have in the world, thinking outside the box.